Hello world, welcome back to Spread the Love Sundays. This week I'm shouting out a super awesome channel on YouTube called AfterBuzzTV. For those of you who don't know what AfterBuzzTV is, which how could you not, because they're totally awesome. It's basically a channel where after you watch like one of your favorite shows or whatever, you can go on to AfterBuzz and they have a show they call a post-game after show for that episode or for that show that you watch, and they have people on there who talk about the episodes, what happened, what they liked, what they didn't like, and they talk about what they think is going to happen later. If there's like any like news for the show or gossip or things like that. And sometimes they'll have guests on the shows, on the different podcasts, talking with them about the show or whatever. And it's super awesome. And the reason why I'm shouting them out is because for the next few months I won't be watching them. I just finished watching, well, not just finished because Wednesday, but I finished watching the podcast that I always watch. I only watch 2. They have over 60 after shows per week, which is a lot. They offer like pretty much every show that's out there. And they're super awesome, and it's all free. You don't have to pay for it. It's completely free. You can watch it live after the show's over. You watch it live on YouTube, or you can listen to it live on iTunes. And it's really cool because even after the thing, it's still available. Like, all the podcasts are available, every one that they've ever had. And so you can watch them later if you're unable to watch it live. And you can tweet along with the show using a certain hashtag, which would be ABTV, and then like the name of the show, or like the show's abbreviation if it's really long or something like that. So that's one way. And then there's also the live chat on YouTube that people use as well, and they always keep an eye on it, and sometimes if you say something funny or you have a question or something clever to say, sometimes they'll like read it aloud on the show, and it's pretty cool. It's happened to me a couple of times, and it's been really awesome for me. So they're super cool. The only ones that I watch. I've watched a few different ones. Like, I watched the Castle show podcast last season for season 5. Yeah, season 5. And I watched, I think, like 1 or 2 for this last season, but then I kind of stopped because they changed the hosts. So, the hosts that they had this season were awesome. They're great, but I like the ones that they had the previous season, so I was just kind of like, oh, my favorites are gone. Okay, bye. Nothing against any of the hosts, so, they're all great. They all do this out of their, they all love doing it, so they all do it, And then I've seen a couple of the Parks and Rec ones, a couple of the Scorpion ones. I think I watched 1 or 2 of the Flash podcasts. I don't know. Not everybody likes to watch it, all of the podcasts, and it's nothing wrong with that. The ones that I do, however, love watching week after week, I love watching them live, are the after shows for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Arrow. And I know it's kind of funny because one is DC and one is Marvel. So I think that's pretty funny. Yeah, I love watching those live. I always tweet along with them using the hashtags for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's hashtag ABTV Shield, and then the other one is ABTV Arrow. And I've gotten shouted out a few times on there, so that's pretty fun. And they're just great all around. It's really fun, and they're on Facebook and Twitter, and YouTube, obviously. So I'm going to put the links to all that stuff all around all the way down and all that good stuff. So you guys can check them out. See if you like them. If you don't like them, hey, that's okay. It's not for everybody. I love it. It's my favorite. And it's not just for people in the US. Like, anybody can watch them. They've had people from countries that I don't even remember the names of, but that's pretty awesome. It says from over 150 countries. 150 countries. That's a lot. Over 20 million weekly downloads. That's pretty crazy. And the people behind this that you gotta give the real credit to are Maria Menounos and Kevin Undergaro. They are awesome people for putting this together. So the two of you, thank you. I love AfterBuzz. It's my favorite. I love watching it. Maybe I'll find some podcasts to watch this summer. Who knows? If I don't really watch a lot during the summer because there's nothing usually on. But if there is and I find, maybe I'll watch some more. But if I don't, then I will be back watching AfterBuzz when the fall starts for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3 and Arrow Season 4. So, yeah. To the host of those two shows, you are all brilliant and funny and hilarious, and especially to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. podcast, you guys are always giving me great insight into the comics. Arrow too, but especially the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because I don't know like anything about either of those. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you guys are like all big nerds, and I love it. You're always giving me great insight into the show, which I can share with my mother because she watches Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. but not AfterBuzz. So that's great because I have all this knowledge now that she does not have. So that's great for me. Same with Arrow, even though she doesn't watch Arrow anymore. I still get some great insight into the world DC comics from that too. So thank you. So that's it for this week. Thank you, AfterBuzz, for being totally awesome. Keep up the fantastic work, being awesome.